Hey guys, Dave here. I have a really nice, rather premium headlamp to show you today with the HC50 from Nitecore. This light features 750 lumens of white light via Cree XML2 U2 emitter, along with 25 lumens of red light. And just to give you an idea of how much 25 lumens of red light is, the MH27 here from Nitecore has 15 lumens of red light, while the SRT7 GT, the new light from Nitecore, has 12 lumens of red light. So 25 lumens in the HC50 is really pretty bright. So for hunting, if you really need to be able to see well, but you can't afford to leave your dinner behind at the Mother Nature supermarket, a decent bright red light can help you to see everything you need to see while still not startling animals which cannot see the red spectrum the same way that we can see the red spectrum. So a big difference when you turn on your headlamp and scare what you've been chasing away for the past 2 hours and versus turning it on and having nothing happen. So how about we go outside right now and take a quick look at some red before we take a closer look at the HC50 from Nitecore. Alright, so here we have the MH27 from Nitecore. That's what that looks like. Now we'll show you the SRT7 GT. So again, both are adequate, but they're not quite as bright as this here HC50s. Alright, now here's the HC50. So that's a rather significant difference there. You can see quite a bit clearer. Again, HC50, MH27. So MH27, HC50. Fairly big difference. So the HC50 was sent to me for review from AndrewAmanda.com, where they have the Make Your Best Offer feature. Deal of the day every day, slashing the price on a select premium flashlight, free shipping on any order over $25. If you want to pick up the HC50 for $35 shipped, just enter the promo code HC50David at checkout and get your HC50 for 35 bucks. Looking at the HC50, we have the heat warning with the HC50 brand, or the HC50 model on one side, and then we have the Nitecore brand and the website on the other side, and that's it for the print on the flashlight. The mounting in the headband is really pretty nice. It's got these two big oversized grippy knobs on each side, and you can use them to adjust the beam direction of the light fairly easy. From one side or the other side it will work, or using both at the same time. I like this mounting system here. It's just easy to work with. You use these big rubber grommets. You can just pull the light out of there, and also it's reversible. So with the mode switching button, we can mount it in here and have it on the right side, or we can just flip it over and then you can have the mode switching on the left if you prefer that. So that's pretty convenient. The light will not shift in here. It's centrally weighted, so it won't, when you position it, it will stay positioned. And on the front we have really nice heat sinking. I don't know if you can see that. So there's a really deep fin on the top here. It goes all the way across the light, and then we've got another somewhat deep fin that goes most of the way across, and then there's these shallower fins on the lower part next to on both sides of the LED. So it's pretty substantial heat sinking. It's not, the HC90 has better heat sinking, but then this is 200 less lumens. The HC50 has nice large square cut type threads which make it easy to remove and replace the tail cap every time you need to swap out the 18650 for charging or otherwise. It's also a better quality standard for thread wear over time. These will stay intact. And then we have for the 18650 is offset within the battery tube, so it needs to be aligned with the negative contact spring. So there's this little peg and a little hole. Sometimes it's a little bit of a chore to get the peg into the hole, so usually just use gravity, have the peg at the bottom, the hole at the bottom, and then the peg won't spin around when you're trying to get that in there. It's a nice tail spring. It's double wound and gold plated type of spring, so no problem with the contact there. So then we got these two red LEDs on each side, and the red on this HC50 is much brighter than comparatively with the HC90. The HC90 has the option with the green and the blue in addition to the red. If you're going to use a red light and that's what you're focused on getting, this is the option, I would say. It's also significantly brighter than either the SRT7 GT, the new one that just came out, or the MH27. Both of those have the green and blue options as well, but as far as red goes, it's significantly brighter. We have a Type 3 hard anodization done in a kind of a matte, smooth matte finish. It's really, really nice looking. The anodization is done well. It looks very premium. So on the front, we have, of course, the main LED, which gives us a nice floody area. It's a approximately 90 degree beam profile output. Here we can look real quick. And you can see the 90 degree beam profile, and the center, not really a hot spot, but brighter area, about 50 degrees with the spill area going out to 90 degrees. So the Nitecore HC50 can take either single 18650 or 2 times CR123 primary, or it can take 2 times RCR123 or 16340 rechargeable lithium batteries. But if you're going to use rechargeable, it's not recommended to use 2 times 16340 rechargeables. Just use a single 18650. It makes a lot more sense. There's a lot more capacity in one of these 18650s than 2 of those 16340 type batteries. The HC50 only takes button top cells, so if you purchase your Nitecore cells, they're all button top or any of the branded type cells. These ones unbranded can also be button top cells like this Panasonic 18650B, or if you have a flat top cell, you can sometimes use a neodymium metal magnet, basically replicate the button top on these other types of cells, and that will work since it's only a single cell configuration, that the magnet isn't going anywhere when it's in place, so it's a solution to use as a workaround. So looking at the UI here, I'll turn it on, and you just hard click to turn on, and then half press to cycle modes. So here we have the lowest mode, and the lowest is rated 1 lumen, and we're supposed to get 510 hours using a single 18650 cell. And then we go up to 25 lumens, which would give us 55 hours with a single 18650. 140 lumens, which is 7 hours and 30 minutes rated for continuous use. And then we have 300 lumens for our sort of high mode. And that's 3 hours and 30 minutes of use. And then for our turbo mode, we get 760 lumens for 1 hour and 15 minutes rated of use. The light does have mode memory, so anytime you click it off, that last mode will be the first mode to come on when you turn the light back on. So whatever your preference is here, like I got it on high, then it'll always come back on in high. You have to be careful sometimes when you click it off. It's a dual press button, so it has a half press and it has a full press. So sometimes you'll kind of half press it and then click it off, and see how it clicked up to the turbo mode. And now I'm in turbo mode again when I turn it back on. In turbo mode, and see if I do it again, kind of slowly turn it off, it'll come back on in the moonlight mode because I had actually half pressed it. So just a little tip, when you click it off, make sure you give it a good hard click. And then it won't do that. It doesn't really do it, but it can definitely do it if you're not a little bit mindful. And then we have the red. So for the red from off, just press and hold, click all the way and hold, and then we get both the red lights will come on. And then half press, it cycles to a blinky, pulsy type of mode. And it just goes between that and the constant on for the red illumination. Okay, a quick 30-second FL1 type lumen test on turbo. "30 seconds, we get 678. Alright, so 678 times 0.111 for this here lumen tube. And we get 752.58 lumens. So it's just a tad under. I think it's 760 is the claim number from Nitecore, and it's just a tad under that number, but it is close enough. The HC50 also has a battery indicator, so whenever you turn the main white light on like this, you get a green indicator. And see how the green lasted? It's supposed to be 2 seconds. And what happens is when the battery goes below 50%, then that little green indicator will turn into a red indicator. So it's just sort of a basic way to let you know that the battery is getting low. And whenever it's above 50% and then you turn the white light on, you get the green. So it's not very intrusive, but it does let you know the sort of the state of the battery. And then down below 10% battery, it will start flashing red on there to let you know it's really time for, you know, replacing the battery. Anytime you swap out the cell, or if you just loosen the 18650 release here on the tail, and then tighten it back up, and this will give you a more detailed indicator. It blinks 4 times. And then 2 times, so that tells us 4.8 volts. So it'll blink 4 times for the tens place, or for the ones place, I guess, and then the decibel number is the second group of blinks. So if it blinked 3 times and then it pauses and then it blinked 5 times, that would be 3.5 volts. So that was the HC50 from Nitecore. I think we looked at most of what there was to see. It's a pretty wicked deal for $35 shipped in the USA. So we'll go ahead and head outside and look at some more extensive beam shots with this light. We'll walk around with the red and look at the different modes. So thanks for watching, guys. Please do like and subscribe, and I'll be back with more videos for you. So now we're looking at the HC50 on the lowest mode here. And it'll step up 1. And 1 more. And I believe this would be the turbo here. Oh, there we go. All right. So the HC50 is pretty bright. I mean, compared to the HC90 is a little bit brighter, but this is still, like, you know, they're comparable in terms of their turbo mode brightness. Something like about 750 versus about 950 lumens. It's not extremely noticeable, but it is different, but only a little. Look again at some of these tall trees, kind of tall. And back down to the low mode there. And the low, second low, and medium, and a high mode, and our turbo mode. All right, so we'll check out the red here. There we go. It's got, this one has a good bright red. The red on the HC50 is brighter than the red on the HC90. If you only want red, you might be better off getting the HC50 here, because this is a good red we got going on. Come on, focus. Yeah, I had no problem seeing quite a bit with the red on the HC50. And there we have our blinking red. So this, of course, would draw attention to yourself in possibly bicycling. You know, of course, bicycling. You don't want to get hit by a car. The camera does not want to focus. There we go. And back to, that's our solid red light. So excellent little red feature for the HC50 headlamp. And I think that's about it. We've seen what there is to see here with the HC50. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you next time.